So, it's the time of pressure operator talking about the statistic. To explain the statistic, and when it comes to racing itself, the motor racing simulation, you want to put every number, so much the time they are spent and where to come. When it comes to me, very well, these papers won't last so long. I am around, not taking them and putting them around in my hands. So there is a numbers, nationality, and I get this very tired of always see the same nationality all around the places, and without any change the methodology itself. You might be asking this kind of useless things to put in numbers 1064, but in self-deviation I will introduce it and say it. So this camera seems to be very well more lacking on how to focus it, and I cannot actually feel very present when I was actually looking trying to take it. But here it is. Let's try to still to keeping up to date. We got a good speed around, and that's it, the point of the keeping up. So in the front directionally, the fronts are, I think I already have showed up to almost anything what this book might itself inside, fully to the cover, everything, almost everything. To have make entries because I've used it different, and I think it's a little ways to once again doing times over. So what information here I go with change a listed pieces, fighting, and a background music. I didn't remember I have a background. Here is my paper car. It's definitely a prototype. This once again stabilizing. Unlock the rules. The driver always must be central and most the middle of the car. The driver wheels. I never will be set it like a station. There will be side by like they are in those prototypes. Then about to minimize, and they are actually outboard to the suspension bearings as a brush route. Not inside, minimize station. There is channels this air inflow, so every space is first used aerodynamic downforce made for the station push route, and secondly, there is no space invisible here. These small cows are on both sides of the car into the lower area of the sides, which maximize downforce development. And this meaning that if you will be actually getting diagonal upwards the movement, there will be no lift this car. You might minimize lift, you might maximize downforce in cars, and then you put this extra moving aerodynamic parts. So as you see, it's a darker here to mark it as the signal at the car what is actual orientation. And there is a one aerodynamic element, and the side pods they completely empty the side, but so all this air is sucked here. It's completely vacuum almost there, and as much you can get vacuum. There is always something, small particles all around, but vacuum is never a full vacuum, but it can get even higher amount of vacuum. And there is some sport car design here. When it comes to speed record cars, it is the most elegant to low inch weight, and you see that the cars, the most highest part of the body part is the chest, the changing cover of those tire wheel covers. So inside part, it's changing, and then it's a driving cabinet cockpit. But we can make inflation, or even if we doesn't need to see have visibility using this computer monitor the driving. And then another suspension. This might try to notation the fastest ever possible to use notation methods in a very slow circuit. And one of those speed records car, different design, different elements, and the front wing that most maximizing just to take into the downside of the front, the wheel to make execution. What else I have here is a biological, all the words, English words here describing emulsifier and F4 class. I just list the words to get ensured that time or of some notation they will be around there. So all these long words and notation for nothing might be, but allows you to have to make something. What is this on the prototype? And this is what I really love, that this kind of the car, they really must be very much like a sick-car rats and a very lopsided. They are never can be do the like a normal thing. Now to minimize in both view, or we're looking for a side or front, there is as less the area on both sides. And here is a little comparison: motorbike, normal of the traffic car, and then this very minimized sport car which is actually trying to speed. And here is the station. It uses as less energy as possible, but it's still as quickly as possible at the same time. In the underground of these cars, is used in various methods to try to balance car. So it's always hexa or pentagonal. And here's another sport car idealization. It's pretty much what the sport cars these days are. And here is optimeter car rotation. The sunlight go to collect, and with the bigger panels, with the light can be optometrically to the directed back to the sun central unit, which can actually collect the energy, harnessing energy from the solar panel in the space station, and it can actually harvest all the energy of the light energy to the sun is production and giving maximum amount of them with the waste in terms of the solar system, because the earth is covering only 1 billion part of the whole. So there is a military, and as you see it here, it is my favorite. It's like a half of the station to that hose of actually 2 of the bird, and here is the station with their cabinet. There is a pilot inside. Pilot wear a pilot helmet, and there it is, have a plenty of information, even the signal that can be displayed with a visor. Here's one of the test track of the 1000 motorsport, and when you have a very big in the rotor racing team, you can actually have a long term, you can have a runway of the airport just there to make it minimize the time you will be spent on a transportation. And then you have a test track just out of the factory and around the factory, so you actually can test the immediately every changes you make the cars, and you don't need to just spend too much time to the Acer to go to the length of the trace track. And that's what it's all about. The motor racing, you should be maximizing the money and making sure and lovely looking cars. But what I say, haven't I already been to showing in them and been around, so there is no differentiation here. The work goes on a quick way, so you should be able quickly to recognition to take it systematically. Otherwise, you might be losing some situation. And I operate myself, I couldn't do hope to handle all that is around here anymore. So